my YouTube channel. Oh, I'm so shy right now. Okay guys, it's been a hot minute, like I just disappeared. I'm so sorry about that. Welcome back. If you're seeing me for the first time, my name is Taiwa Ajayi. On this channel I film about faith, I film about lifestyle, I film about natural hair. Anyways, today guys, I'm going to share with you my NYSC orientation camp experience. So if you watched my video, my 2021 recap video, you see that video I mentioned that I've been unable to go for my NYSC and I've been unable to register too because I had a name issue, whatever, whatnot. Anyway, this year, February or January ending, I think February, my name correction was approved and I was able to register for NYSC. So if you are not in Nigeria, NYSC is National Youth Service Corps. It's a scheme where graduates work for the government for a year after their studies. The government pays them and then they work for 1 year wherever they are posted to. So like you can be posted to Plateau State or any state in the country. So I was supposed to report on Thursday, February 25th. So I packed my loads, and then Thursday afternoon I had my flight for 12 o'clock. So there's no airport in Abia State, so I had to fly to Enugu first. Then I took a bus to Abia State. I got to Enugu, and then someone came to pick me and she drove me to the park, Enugu Park, to get the bus going to Abia State. Guys, it was long. So in my mind, because I had already traveled by air, I felt like the remaining journey is going to be short. I mean, between 1 hour, 30 minutes, I'm going to be done and all of that stuff. Guys, if that journey was not less than 3 hours, like it was close to 4 hours actually, and it was just tiring and long because I ate journeys so much. Anyway, we got to Abia State. I remember that when I got to Abia State, the people at the gate were like, "You're saying, why are you just coming? It's late." And one thing, I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna send me back, right? So like, can we just get past this whole questioning? I signed in at the gate, and then I was directed to where to do my COVID test. I did my COVID test, it was negative, and then I got to the accommodation stand where you register for your room and all of that. I got my bed, I went to my room, and guys, that was the first culture shock. As I entered the room, that was my first culture shock because I was like, how on earth is this a room? Guys, that room was like a mini auditorium because in that room we had about 80 bunks, and like I had over 150 roommates. Can you just imagine? It was just terrible because like there were times I didn't recognize people from my room. And then say, "Oh, I'm in hostel C too." I'm like, okay, I hear you, bro. So it wasn't like the room was like very big, but anyway, moving on, that was like my first rude shock. I was like, this is rubbish, actually, this is nonsense. Anyway, after I dropped my things in my room, I took my folder, I went to check if I could still do registration that day, even though it was already like 7 p.m. thereabouts. I got to registration stand and I was told that it would continue tomorrow. So I was like, okay, now no while now, continue the next day. So I wanted to get something at the Mami Market. The Mami Market is like the camp market. To get some things. On my way there, I heard them singing a particular song in the NCCF chapel, and I just got drawn to it. I knew I was going to go for NCCF programs, but that first day I was like, whoa, to the next day, today I'm tired, But as I was passing there, and I heard that song, I just got drawn and I attended the fellowship. It was an amazing one, anyways. So moving on, I got back to my hostel and I was still like, the heat was crazy, guys. It was crazy on the first day where many people had not even come. So like the heat was just very crazy. But anyways, the next day registration started fully, and guys, it was the real ghetto. Okay, before the registration, I remember that morning everybody woke up like 3 a.m. Guys, I have never woken up at 3 a.m. before, like to start a day. I think we had our bath, and then by 4:30 a.m., 4:20 a.m. ish, the soldiers came and they started chasing us out of the hostel. I remember that we were even walking at first, and then they started shouting, "Nobody must walk! Start running, start running, start running!" I was running, and then I ran straight into a drainage. Like I didn't even see this stuff because like it was my first morning in camp. Obviously, I didn't know that they had like several gutters or drainages everywhere. I ran into it, and I had bruises on my left leg, and then my right foot was the most injured. It didn't have any external injury, but it was swollen and it was extremely painful. I remember that I eventually started limping, and I had to eventually like land at the hospital where I was given pain meds and all of those stuff. And that was my first day, like first complete day in camp, and it was stressful because at the end of that day, I remember that aside from the pain from my leg, I already came down with fever. I already had cold. I was already sick. So like I was already done from the first day. I was done before it even started. Like I was like, what on earth am I doing here? Like I have a house. Moving on, I registered for OBS. I registered to join the OBS. That's the orientation broadcasting service, whatever, in camp. I just wanted to join. Truthfully, at the beginning, I just wanted to join just to escape the parade and to be able to like get involved, sort of. I joined the OBS and everything was going well. I was at first I was just there, just trying to, because like whenever I get to a place, like is to just be reserved, just isolate myself and be observing, that kind of thing. That is not always a good thing anyway, but yeah. So I was just there. I only had one friend at that time, and that was the person whose bunk was directly beside mine. So it wasn't like I actively looked for a friend. So I was just always alone, kind of. And then because all my friends have served or I started serving, there was nobody in my set in Abia State that I knew. Like there was nobody that was saying they all camp. So I was just there. At the beginning. I was tired. Swearing in day happened, and I remember that on swearing in day I felt kind of left out. I'll tell you why shortly. So after the whole swearing in ceremony, people were taking pictures now, and then people were calling people from their schools, go where you Yaba Tech. By the way, we had many Yoruba people on that camp, guys. It'd be like 70%. No jokes. Anyway, so people were calling me from their school to come and take pictures and all of that, and then in that moment I just felt sort of out of place. I felt alone, kind of. I was like, so who will I call now to take pictures? And I remember just moving back from the crowd in that moment and just like saying a word of prayer to God, and I was just like, God, I currently have mixed feelings. I'm grateful, that I'm finally here. It eventually happened, but somehow like there's also a part of me that sort of feels left out in this moment. Like I just really said like a short prayer, just like I was just talking to God in that moment. And immediately I did that, I turned back to face the crowd, and then I saw somebody walking up to me, and then this guy was like, oh hi, why are you standing alone? I was like, oh, somebody reached out. It was just weird. And then remember that we spoke for like I think 3 minutes, but like it just meant a lot to me. It made me feel better. Anyway, moving on. So the days after the swearing in day were beautiful days. Truthfully, I started getting more involved in things. I started meeting more people, and it was just amazing. There was a day that I was appointed to read the news to all the corps members and the camp officials, and guys, I was so nervous, gosh. And like I was telling somebody, for me it's not the feeling of I can't do it, just the fact that despite knowing that I can do it, I'm still nervous. And I don't know if there's a way around it, but yeah, that's how it was for me. I read the news that day and it went really well. I did really well. That same day I was appointed to anchor the sisters program in the NCCF. NCCF is like the Nigerian Christian Corpers Fellowship. So like I was appointed to anchor the sisters night, and from that moment, from those period going forward, it was just beautiful. The food was trash, because like, so they give you food morning, afternoon, night, at the evening, kind of at the camp for free. But you choose to not eat their food. If you're not comfortable with the food, you can choose to buy food at the camp market. I did that on many days. I think the only food that I was collecting was bread. On some days I would get the rice when they shared rice. But there were many of their food that I didn't even go near. I didn't taste their beans, didn't even eat their swallow, all of that. The food wasn't actually that nice, truthfully. Frankly speaking, it wasn't that nice. This is not me trying to doing tush. The food was not that nice. It didn't taste that well. So I'll go to Mami Market. I'll get ofada rice. Sometimes I'll get normal rice, and I was just feeding off my money. Oh god. But the part where I started getting involved was when things started to get beautiful for me in camp. I had one hypoglycemic episode on camp, and I passed out. I wasn't doing anything stressful actually, and I just gone to Mami to get a drink, which I should have taken at the Mami Market now that I think back on it, but I did not take it there. I was waiting to get back to the OBS studio before taking it, and then between the camp market and the OBS studio, I passed out. I was taken to the hospital, and I was treated there. I remember that on the International Women's Day, March 8th, I was sick. I was in the hospital. It was just sad. So I was active on WhatsApp before then. I'll post on my status, give them updates. See, after I felt sick, I didn't even have strength again. I just like, what? But yeah, that was like the only extreme unpleasant situation that I had. Yeah, so I had an amazing time in NYSC orientation camp. I volunteered, I got involved, I met amazing people, I made friends. Yeah, I made friends. I made friends in church, I made friends in my hostel, I made friends in OBS, in different groups, I made friends in my platoon, and it was just amazing. So and guys, when I was talking about the gift of people, when I was sick, I saw people. It was mind blowing, and it was humbling. At the point, it was emotional for me because these people had met me in just 3 weeks. Yeah, it wasn't even up to 3 weeks at that time, in like 2 weeks. And I was sick, and they kept on showing up, kept on checking up. They were getting me food, they were getting me drinks, they were checking up. Oh, how are you? How are you? How are you? It was just beautiful. Even the PRO of the camp, who was also the OBS leader, something like that, he came to the hospital to say hi to me, and it just meant a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to my NYSC camp experience and my journey and everything. It means a lot to me. Please subscribe to this channel if you are yet to subscribe. Like my video, leave a comment in the comment section, and I love you. Bye guys, see you in my next video.